Good morning and welcome to Exploring Foods with Smitty. Happy Kwanzaa to everyone. And if you don't celebrate Kwanzaa, happy whatever you celebrate. So, what I'm getting ready to make this morning and to do a video for, I had a request for me to do black eyed peas. So, let me get my things together and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so let's get started. What I'm using is this dry black-eyed peas, and you know that ham that you cook for Christmas or Thanksgiving or whatever? Well, I always take mine and I freeze it because I know this is coming, this time is coming. So what I do is I turn my burner on. I have water in my pot, and that bone right here is frozen, but I'm dropping it in my water and it's gonna give it all kinds of flavor. So what I'm doing to add to that is I'm adding some crushed red peppers. And what you want to do is you want to let your meat cook first before you do your black-eyed peas. So what I'm doing now is putting on my meat, I'm letting it cook, and then I'll come back with you to pick through the black-eyed peas. So let's just get it on, get started, and we'll be back. Okay, so what I'm going to get started with is the black-eyed pea picking section of the video. What you want to do is anytime you do any kind of dried beans, you want to pick through them to make sure there's no rocks or any debris in them before you cook them. So what I do is just open them up. I bet you could put them on the table, but I pour them in my hand because I can basically see what I'm doing, and I do it this way. And you know what else I wanted to tell you too? When you're making your black-eyed peas, you don't have to put ham in them. You can put any kind of meat in them you want.
Smoked meat.
So what I'm doing is I'm picking through these, and then you'll find that some of your peas will be cut in half. Those are good because you know why? It will make your peas thicker, your juice thicker when you cook it. So let's just keep on picking to see if I see any rocks or debris. Now at this point, a lot of people or some people will soak their beans, peas, anything. They'll soak them because they said it helps with gas. They said it helps them cook faster, and they said it helps do a lot of things. But I am telling you, I have never, ever, and neither did my mother, soaked beans before we cooked them. You just put them in like this and cook them. But if you soak your beans, you soak your beans. So those are your beans. So I'm going to keep on picking through these, looking for any rocks or debris in it because they do have it in. And as I said, the other ones will make it really thick. So while my meat is cooking, if you did want to soak your beans, this would be the good time to soak them. But I just go ahead and pick through mine because I want to go ahead and have this out the way. So let me finish picking through them and I'll come right back. Okay, so now that I have my peas all picked, I'm not soaking them, but I am going to wash them because you want to make sure that even though you don't have any debris or anything in them, you want to make sure that the dirt is off of them. Rinse them really good. Like so. There we go. And I'm just going to let them sit there until I get ready to use them. So, because I'm using a ham bone that was cooked, let me move you over here, that was cooked, I think we cooked this ham for Thanksgiving. So that's not going to take a long time. If you're doing like a ham hock or something, you're probably going to want it to cook longer. And the longer it cooks, the better it's going to make your juice taste. So it's not going to take a long time for this to be done because it's already done. So I'm just going to let this to keep simmering like this. And as you can see, there is meat left on the bone. So I'm just going to let it keep simmering. And I just ought to mention also that I did add some, besides the chipped red peppers, I did add some garlic powder, some onion powder, and some Old Bay. I put that stuff on everything. So anyway, let's let this finish and I'll be back. Okay, so my ham bone has basically made some really nice looking juice in here. So I took it out, and when I clean up from Thanksgiving, I clean up, so there's like some meat left on here, but not a lot. So I'm going to put all this back in here because all that's going to give you yumminess. Now, if you want your juice to have a little flavor to it, you can use some chicken stock or bouillon or some pork stock. So I just put a little bit because this stuff is salty and you don't want your black-eyed peas to be over salted. So now I have my bone in there. I just put a little chicken stock, and I think I'm going to add a few more sprinkles of, hold on. A few more sprinkles of red peppers. Not a lot, because you don't want it to be hot. You want it to just give enough kick to your peas. Now you can add these or you don't have to. So at this point, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to put in those black-eyed peas. I love black-eyed peas. And if you look at my channel, you'll see I have a video on there called Black-Eyed Peas with a Twist. And it's where your black-eyed peas, you make them kind of like chili beans. My mom used to make those all the time, and boy, are they good. So, I have my black-eyed peas in there. And I'm going to give it a stir. And I'm going to put the top on. And when I come back to you, black-eyed peas going to be done. Hey, I'm back. So let's give a little check of our black-eyed peas. And you can tell they're getting done. They're turning brown and the juice is starting to take on some color. And this is how they're going to be looking as they cook, as they settle. So what I'm going to do is add a pinch of salt. I have a salt mix that I use, and it's like Himalayan salt, and it's garlic and rock salt. So we're going to put some in. Just a little bit. And we're going to stir it. If you could just smell that, oh my God. That mixture is yummy. Okay, I'm going to put it back on and let it keep on cooking. Okay, so we're back. Let's give a check on our black-eyed peas. Oh boy, look at that. Oh, they smell delicious. Let me bring you closer so you can see. Look at that. That is some good black-eyed peas. Now, the only thing I need to add to this right here is maybe a little bit more salt mix. Because I'm very careful not to put too much. And as you can see, I took the ham bone out and it's all ready to eat. Let's put some in a bowl. And notice how that juice is nice and thick. The longer you cook it, the thicker your juice gets. And if your peas start to fall apart, you can always add a juice thickener to it. So let's scoop some of these out. I made these for New Year's Day. Let's just take a little bit of taste. Here's our black eyed peas. Get back. There you go, right there. Let's take a taste. Delicious. Follow this recipe. If you want to make your sweet potato cornbread, check out my website. It's on there. If you want to make regular cornbread or you want to make hot water cornbread, you can check that out also. That's on the site. So, thank you for watching Exploring Food with Smitty. Have a great, 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 great holiday. And we'll see you in the new year.